Shlama lochun, Shlomo alechu. I know you guys have missed this intro. It's been a very, very long time, but let me compensate you guys with an amazing new Assyrian learning platform called AssyrianLeveling.com. As you can see, it's a free platform. You can download it on your phone or use it on your mobile laptop or computer. Um, it has Eastern and Western Assyrian. You can learn Assyrian from 6 different languages. I think they've even updated it and made it 7 different languages. So obviously, SAROY leveling, Assyrian leveling. I am affiliated with this project. I've worked on this project. I think I've spent more than 100 hours adding words, sentences, helping them with the development of the app as well. So English, Dutch, French, German, Swedish, Turkish, Armenian, Arabic, and many more languages to come. I will hop into it right now. I will show you around. You can join the Discord server of this application where you'll be able to talk to other Assyrians, other teachers, other students. I think they have a community of around 380 people right now, active learners that are using this. Basically, it's very similar to Anki, if you know Anki. So they're using flashcards and active recall to make you study the language. But you can also use this function here, the Great Zugarat, referring to Sumeria, to test your knowledge, test your vocab. It's pretty interesting. So let's create an account. So you can create an account. Let's say we take SAROY leveling, and you can. This doesn't really matter. You can choose any because after you've created your account, you can just change this. It doesn't really matter. So we're just gonna go for Eastern because I'm an Eastern native speaker. Let's create the account and get into the homepage. See you soon. So obviously, this is what you will get if you've successfully created an account. You will have your username here, your day streak, you'll have your rank or your level. You can level up by studying words. It's pretty interesting. You can enable daily reminders. You have different stats here, your reviews per week, etc. As you can see, there is a way to upgrade to Pro. However, the application does what it does also if you're using the free version. I will just show you in a moment that when you open your decks, every single floor has between 10 and 15 decks. And if you're premium, obviously you'll have access to all the decks. While if you're using the free version, you'll have access to 5 out of the 10 or 5 out of the 15 decks. And there are also 2 other features that you'll have access to, which is the blind spot analyzer, which is basically during your entire journey, it will analyze which words you're struggling with the most, and it will put them on your homepage so that you will see them and be aware of your weak points, let's say. This is like a heat map or heat grid, basically, that will show you how much you've studied the last 30 days, how active you were. So yeah, for those that are considering to get Pro, those are interesting features. You can change your dialect or your focus from Sureth to Suraith or Suryoyo by using this button here. So let's get into the decks, really how this works. So you have 25 floors, as I said before. Every floor has 10, 15 decks. And the way this works is basically you'll have to master the decks that's from every single floor. This floor has 91 free words and 80 pro words. After you have like practiced, for example, I'm gonna open the introduction. So you click on a deck, you can practice it. You'll see which words that are new, which words that you are still learning, struggling with, which ones that you need to repeat, and which ones that you've already mastered. Here you can select your study language. The language you select as study language during your decks will also be the one that is going to be used to test you, to test your knowledge, and the one that is going to be used in your own personal dictionary, the word bank. Okay, so I'm gonna pick English for now because obviously for this YouTube video we're gonna do that. You can learn from Assyrian to any other language, or from the language that you wish to learn from to Assyrian, or you can mix them up if you want that. Then you'll see, so the limitation of the free version is basically 50 words per day, but I believe that's really plenty. You can either just pick for a smart mix, which means it will mix up the words that you're struggling with and the words that you find easy, or you can focus on the new ones. I'm gonna take the new ones, obviously. How to say an Assyrian. You can flip it by using your space button or your mouse, and you can select again almost perfect, 3 options. You can also use the numbers 1, 2, 3 to make your choice. So Suraya, I know that, so I'm gonna click on perfect, and it says +1 day, so you'll have to repeat it after 24 hours. Assyrian language, Surat. Okay, usually as you see, the first deck is very easy. It doesn't show any information, or if it's very limited, because during the early phase we didn't really work on that. As you move on, you'll see it will get more and more intense, more advanced. You'll have etymological explanations and always an example sentence per word. You'll get that from deck 3. So yeah, perfect. Working plaga. As you can see, you always have a transliteration and the Assyrian one. A brother. So yeah, either achona or acha. Achona. A lot, so many. Raba or kabira. Raba. A house. Beita. That's how you pronounce it. I learn. Yelpen. Yep. Drinking. Staya. There you go. My name is, so you would say Shimmi ile SAROY. An Assyrian female, so Sureita or Suretha, that's how you pronounce it. There you go, Sureita. Boom. You get your streak, you get your XP hub, and it will show you that you've made some progress. 40% is mastered, so we'll have to repeat it after 24 hours, basically. If you're ready, what you can do is, well, actually, let's go to the word bank first. You'll see these are the words that we've learned. Now, even though I selected perfect, it will show them orange or 40% because it's my first try, my first way of practicing it. So it will only measure my knowledge or mastery of a certain word after you've repeated it for a few times. So if you have like perfect for 3 times after 24 hours or 3 days, it will get a higher score. You can click any word, it will show the root, and usually here there is also a Melpana note. As I said, the first deck does not have this. It does not have this, sorry. So we can move on. You can also look up words, for example, Assyrian. You can also look up in English or the transliteration. So yeah, that all works. You can star a word. Tricky. Click on this, you filter them. Very nice personal dictionary, basically. Like I said before, if you're practicing in Dutch, for example, your dictionary will be in Dutch as well. Basically, that's how it works. So here you can select your exam language. I took English. This is how it looks like. Yaqur Tima. This can be from any deck in floor 1. So you'll have to do all the decks within floor 1 to practice. This is basically a letter. So do 20 of them, and then you can move on to floor 2. How much? Okay, I'm not gonna do this because otherwise don't want to leak. I don't want to leak the results, even though it changes for every user. But we'll go through the decks together on this YouTube channel, and that way you guys will also have an idea of how to pronounce every single deck. So this video is basically an introduction to Assyrian leveling, and we've seen deck 1.1 introduction. I will see you guys soon. I will try to make a video for every deck if possible, and thank you for your attention, thank you for your time. Hautum basime, pushin bishlama, fushin bishlomo.